Today we're taking a look at Avalanche's Avax coin, performing some technical analysis and making some predictions on where we can expect to see Avax go in the near future. Let's get into it. Welcome back into the Avax chart, guys. If you're looking to buy Avax or want some free Bitcoin, there are a couple of links down in the description of today's video. And as you can see, our expectations certainly did come into fruition. We saw this sort of descending wedge pattern occur, and as a result, we saw the breakout downwards, which we did certainly predict, as well as the test of our key point of support, which was at $21.75. That has now resulted in a bounce, which is certainly positive. That was the best case scenario for us, and we have seen the bounce result in a test, of course, of our upper trend line of the channel, and we peaked basically on the 31st of May, and that was at a high of $29.08, and that's really where we did do that test. Right now we've bounced off that point once again, and we're coming back down. We're sitting at a value of $25.53. What's looking like is going to happen is basically we're seeing a bounce down into this narrow section. We're going to see a bit more consolidation before hopefully a break above this line right here. Things are lining up for us at this point in time. Now, if unfortunately we do see this long horizontal line at the bottom fail, our key point of support, we need to establish where we could drop to. So basically we're going to copy this line here and look at previous price action to try and determine our worst case scenario. Now, I'd be suggesting that is probably at about this point here, where we've seen a bounce previously on the 18th of April in 2021, a breakout from this point back on the 7th of March in 2021, and have seen plenty of price action since. This is a major point, as you can see, as it was the start of our previous run back in August of last year as well. So that point is a value right here of roughly about $18. Now, we're hoping we don't see, obviously, a failure of this key support line and drop down here, but I'd say for us, at this point in time, that is worst case scenario. Best case scenario for us is we do manage to see the breakout occur, as we mentioned here, and we start moving upwards. But let's take a look at a few more indicators in order to determine whether or not that is going to happen. First and foremost, let's look at the RSI. Now, the RSI is showing us not much at the moment for whatever reason. There we go. It's popped up. It's shown us we've come out of that oversold region now, as we had hoped. We peaked on that day where or just prior to that day where we tested that top end line at 36.43. Right now we're sitting at a value of 34.09. So we have plenty of room to move upwards should a breakout occur. Now, a similar sort of thing has happened with Cardano's ADA coin. So I'm hoping that what we're going to see is a replication of that. We're seeing the breakdown, the bounce, the test, the breakdown once again, and then a break back above this overall downtrending channel. That would be best case scenario. Now, let's have a look at the MACD. This is usually what will be quite telling for us. Right now we are in a green period. We had the cross of the 12-day EMA above the 26-day EMA, and it looks like you can see the two lines are now moving upwards. They're not really getting close together. In fact, they're moving further apart, which is quite nice. What we need to see to make sure another cross doesn't occur of the 12-day down below the 26-day is an increase in the volume. You can see right now the volume has been actually relatively stable as of late, but it has increased compared to, I suppose, the past, few months. As you can see here, is relatively low. It's almost basically doubled every single day compared to what we were seeing over here. So it's showing that people are probably now starting to see that this could be a bottom and we could be seeing a nice move upwards. So people are probably taking positions at this point in time, which is driving an increase in volume. That being said, things aren't obviously out of the woods yet. Unless we are able to break out and on solid volume, I'm not expecting a major move. But if we do see a big uptick in volume, hopefully we see a day like we saw over here, but obviously green, we should start moving towards this line up here. Now this was a previous support line for us. It is now acting as resistance. That is the $41 mark. So immediately the target is to break out of this downtrending line, and if we manage to do that, $41 is the target, which is almost, I suppose, double where we are basically sitting right now. So all in all, things are looking sort of positive, but we need to wait for that confirmation. As I mentioned as well, worst case scenario for us at this point in time, support fails and we go down to that $18 mark, but I'm hoping that is not the case. That wraps up today's analysis on Avalanche's Avax coin, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments section below. Of course, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you do leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. I'll leave it there for today, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.